The Steelers are top 10 in rushing yards, going up against a Packers front seven that would need to be up to the test.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year. But it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league.
319.
Slot man moves right. On second down, Montgomery. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they'll send the slot in motion left. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that different result. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is knocked down from the side at the 28. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Hayward. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Third and 2, now Roethlisberger. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. He's at the 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, an even 90 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he knocks it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll send the tight end in motion left. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is caught at the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordy Nelson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On third down, Roethlisberger finds his target. It's Gates. And a loose football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Bell sheds him off. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Jake Ryan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Gates has it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 at a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers being chased out left. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. A good pickup there at 22. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is now 13. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, it's Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll find the rookie, Juju Smith-Schuster. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Again, it's Bell. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Perkins on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On play action, Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Clay Matthews Matthews. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Hey, that is right. Watch that in. Let's go. 3 down. Hey, switch.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And it's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
That confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Oh, the spin. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Defense showing blitz. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. It's caught. Nelson. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kevin King, the rookie from Washington. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. Rodgers throwing here. This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Packers continue to roll. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say,
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Easy.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Rodgers looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Now they get a fourth-quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this Packer pressure, and down he goes.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Gates has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the